of wasting your time calling the help desk, dealing with WinFMT issues, losing and duplicating your work, then being penalized for it on your performance evaluations? I know I am. Hi, I'm Sha'Ronnie, and I'm a tax auditor here at the Florida Department of Revenue for the past 4 years. I recommend that we should invest in the development and implementation of a custom designed audit software program geared to meet the needs of auditors. A custom designed software is needed to A, increase auditor productivity, 2, decrease costs to the department and increase revenues, and lastly, to improve customer service. First off, the reasons that I'm recommending this proposed audit software solution is to increase auditor efficiency to conduct audits. Currently, auditors waste valuable time dealing with the help desk. Last week, there were 241 calls alone made to the help desk. Keep in mind, each call to the help desk takes about 2 to 3 hours to resolve an issue. Time an auditor could have spent on a case. And unfortunately, if help desk is not able to help you, or when WinFMT just point blank messes up and you lose all your work, that can cause you to end up duplicating work. It can range anywhere from 1 to 24 hours auditors spend duplicating work. Again, time lost on cases. This results in case turnover times going down. If we look here, we have the 3 service centers for the region: the Coral Springs Service Center, the Fort Pierce, and West Palm Beach Service Center. If we look from 2013 to 2014, we notice an increase in the amount of cases that were completed. However, between 2014 and 2015, when the new WinFMT program was implemented, we see a drastic drop. The same trend can be noticed here with the amount of hours that it takes to complete cases. For instance, a case between 2013 and 14, the amount of hours to complete cases ranged about 44 to 45 hours to complete at Coral Springs. But between 2014 and 2015, the number of hours it takes to complete a case jumped from 44 to 60 hours. That's a lot of hours. Needless to say, this is reflected in the increase in poor performance evaluations and disciplinary actions. A recent workforce transition employee satisfaction survey also it shows how the employees are taking this. The pink shows employee satisfaction and the orange shows employee turnover. And between 2013 and 14, employee satisfaction was rather high, about 90%. Employee turnover was low, about 10%. But if you notice in 2015, what do you notice? Thank you. Employee satisfaction dropped drastically and employee turnover increased. That's not good. Reason 2, monetary benefits to the department. The Department of Revenue, basically the initial cost, the benefits to the department will greatly outweigh the initial cost of the department. A similar Department of Revenue program released for the collections part rather than the audit part was initiated back in 2010. The initial cost for that program was $68.3 million. However, the return on investment was $638 million. That is a lot of money, a lot of increase in revenue. Basically, that's like getting $8 for every dollar spent. Similarly, if we invest in a new audit program, then our initial cost would be $2.5 million. Yes, a lot. However, our return on investment should be $20 million over the same 6-year period. Reason 3, increase in customer audit satisfaction. A recent survey from the Suntax, the program that I just told you about, from 2013 to 2014, we noticed that in 2013, we noticed that customer audit satisfaction increased from 40 to 80%, pretty much doubling. Customer complaints dropped from 90% to about 20%, And protested cases, which are cases that the Department of Revenue has to defend itself in court and pay for representation. Those amount of cases decreased from 80 to about 27%, which saves the department money, which is great. Why not just keep the current version or downgrade? Yes, it would be cheaper and it would be easier. However, in today's world of constantly innovating technology and cutting edge technological and inventions, if you're not getting better and progressing, then you're by default digressing. We need the department to stay competitive. So, in conclusion, we all want to meet the needs and demands of Florida citizens and lawmakers, demands that state agencies cut costs, increase revenue, and improve customer service. We all want to do our jobs to the best of our abilities, and hey, maybe we can get a raise or promotion, but we need the right tools to do so. A new audit software program is that right tool. But here's the thing, I need your help. Each and every one of you holds the power to either approve this proposed software solution so we can proceed to the next step, or you can halt it right in its tracks. Come April 28th, I need you all to vote in favor of this proposed solution. Help the Department of Revenue help you. Thank you. Any questions? Okay, thank you.
I don't know, we need 2 questions.
Yes.
Doesn't management recognize that 2 to 3 hours on a support to figure out a problem with support, that's an issue?
Yeah, they recognize it, but there's nothing that
They
they
haven't-
can really do about it. It's just put it to a case, and so we go over budget on the case. But we still have to finish out the case, but it shows on our performance evaluations that we're going over budget.
So it's just set aside and everything kind of backlogs cases?
Basically.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Will the e-software require any kind of training to function that, or is it just kind of something?
Yes,
that
and that the cost of that training, like the time spent that the auditors will have to use to train, all of that's counted in the initial cost of the program.